recovery time objectives for your business assets and functions. For this next bit, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the core business assets and functions we already talked about, and we're going to assign them a recovery time objective. So a recovery time objective is the amount of time you need to get these assets and functions back up online before you have severe impacts to your business. When we go through this, we're going to think of a total loss. So we'll step through the process for our example, Bob's Bakery and Bingo, and we'll show you what the recovery time objectives might look like for those core business assets and functions to help you understand how to make up your own RTO scores. So let's get into it. So this is what the website should look like for you in the business continuity planning tool. Of course, the video will be slightly different because it'll be this video playing for you. But you can see right here at the top, what we have is we have a scale, and that's going to be important for our RTO scores. So again, thinking about our core business assets and functions, which have already populated for us in here based on earlier responses that we've had, we're going to assign RTO scores. So right off the hop, we have a working oven. So if we think about our bakery and bingo hall, we're going to think that working oven, actually that is very important. If we don't get a working oven back up online, we only have 1 day supply of inventory. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up here at our legend and we're going to say, okay, if we can't get this working oven back up online within 24 hours, we're going to have some major problems. So we need to assign this a score of 5. And again, you got to be careful here because this is an inverted scale for a purposeful reason. So we now have that as a score of 5, and we can move down the chart here and we can see that our bingo ball device is also very important. It's a critical business asset. And so if we think about that, we could think, well, you know what? We only have bingo once every week. So really, if we look back up at our chart here, we can give this an RTO score of 3 because we have up to a week that this can be offline before we start to get impacted and start to really impact our revenue that we can bring into the business. We're going to set that as a 3. We're going to keep going. The bingo hall, another really good example. So we don't actually need to get our bingo hall up and running. If we had a flood, for example, and it was completely out of commission, we might be able to find other ways where we can actually still bring in revenue into our business. So we might actually look at that. We might say to ourselves, well, you know what? We're going to actually go back up to our scale here. We're going to say, we're going to give this a score of 1 because we last probably for up to a month before we need to actually replace our bingo hall if it's severely damaged or get it back up online, because we could do bingo online or we could sell things out of the back parking lot. But after a month, we're probably going to start losing customers. So we do need to get back up online within a month. And so that gives you an idea of how to assign an RTO score to the various key business assets and functions that you might have. So we'll let you continue to work your way through the rest of the list. And when you're finished, you just click the next button at the bottom and we'll continue the process of building your business continuity plan.